Hello, everyone. I'm Tony Chan. Welcome to this number 13 for the first grammar trick on relative constructions and unbounded dependency construction of finite clause. So let's get started. And this is the first video on relative constructions. So there are a total about 40 videos of finite constructions. And this is the table of content, preliminaries, and then types of relative clauses, formal types, relational types, finiteness. Yeah, there could be infinite, two infinitives for the relative constructions. Form of relative clauses, relativization, relative words, phrases, yeah. Upward percolation, yep. What should be relativized? Yeah, subject, object, etc. Relativization of an element within an embedded clause. Yeah, inside an embedded clause. So it needs upward percolation to bring it up. Formal types. Yep, formal types. Distinction between integrated and supplementary relative clauses. Yep. Distinction, yeah, three areas. We will look at major syntactic differences between integrated and supplementary. Meaning, use, yeah. Linear position, yes, for this and this. Infinitesimal relative clauses, yeah. Fused relative clauses, yeah, important. Fused relative as phrases, not clauses, yeah. So that's why we say constructions, because it contains clauses and phrases. Fused relatives contrast with open interrogatives. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell which is which. Syntactic analysis, yep. Relative words in the fused construction, yep. Unbounded dependency constructions, UDC, here, UDC. Definition, yeah. Gaps, antecedents, locations of gaps, yeah. Nested dependencies, yep. Parasitic gaps, yeah. A gap inside another gap. Let's check. So, that's it for the table of contents. Yeah, we will just see one page. Preliminaries, relative constructions, yeah, that could be clause or could be phrase. For the relatives, sometimes we will just say relatives for the clause or phrase. I agree with most of the things that your father was saying. Your father was saying something, and this is something missing, and that's a kind of marker. Saying something is missing. Kind of marker that indicates it's a relative clause, because this is a relative clause with a marker that indicates it's a relative clause. And this is a modifier. Modifying this noun. So this, including this antecedent, including this one, all of them is a noun phrase. And just the clause is a modifier or dependent, modifying this noun. So this is a clause, but the head of this noun phrase is a noun. And the clause is just a dependency or modifier, modifying the noun. Agree with most of, yeah, this is a complement of this preposition. And this complement is a noun phrase because what is equal to things that your father was saying. So we call it fused relative, a antecedent and the subordinator. After the subordinator, relative clause. and just a subordinator or marker. Subordinator or marker. If you don't use that, the marker is this. If you use this, then the marker is here. This is the marker. It's just a marker. It doesn't contain any functions. No grammatical functions. No syntactic functions. Just a marker. So it belongs to the following clause. So this is a antecedent plus a marker. So feels relative. Or if we can replace this with which, then that is a WH. WH, relative clause. Which. Most of the things which your father was saying. Then the which. If you use which, where's the marker? Well, if you use which, you can say which. His father is a marker and it contains meaning. But for that, it doesn't contain any meaning. If you use which, it contains meaning because it is the object of this. So nothing is omitted. Nothing is omitted. So for which, both the marker and the meaning. So if you use which, then in this case, what is equal to things which? So it's relative, feels relative, because there is a relative pronoun and a marker combined, and a antecedent. Antecedent and a relative pronoun combined together. Feels relative. Feels relative. Noun and a WH relative pronoun combined together. Let's check two more sentences. Agree with the suggestion that you made. Something missing, so relative clause modifying this noun. I agree with the suggestion that you should leave. Complete sentence. So that's a content clause. Content clause. And that is a complement. A complement of this noun. So content clause, content. That gives the content. This is an argument that gives the content of this noun. So this sentence gives the content. This argument is the content of this noun. The inside, the content of this noun. So that's a content clause. And in this case, it's a relative clause modifying this noun. So that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you in the next minor trick. Bye-bye.